whatever you want to call it, had 20 rooms in it. It was located right over there where the downtown rescue mission is, that low building there with the lights on. That building, well, Molly's home used to stand there, and it was a two-story brick building, and the bricks from Molly's original home that was destroyed in 1970, it was when it was torn down, were used in the rescue mission there. So there's some of the same bricks there. Picture a big brick 20-room home, two-story, over there with big magnolia trees. And if you were a gentleman caller that was going into Molly McCoy's for the evening, you would be met in the parlor by a maid who would escort you in and get you a seat, and there would be a black piano player playing the piano. Now, in Molly's establishment, she had the finest of everything. She had red velvet drapes, marble floors, a marble fireplace, very fancy furniture, and she went and handpicked her girls from all over the U.S. Her establishment rivaled anything you would see in New Orleans. She had girls that she had gone and selected from Savannah, from Louisville, from Charleston, New Orleans, from all over. She was very particular about the girls that she would take to work at her establishment. She liked large girls. They had to be big, full-figured women. That was what was in demand at the time. Her girls had to be very well behaved. They wouldn't disrobe unless it was dark. They were not allowed to undress in the light. They were not allowed to smoke, and they were not allowed to drink. She ran an upscale establishment where the doctors, the lawyers, the judges, the officers from the naval base, the professional men would go. Even though Molly's was the premier place, you could have a girl for a night at Molly's for between $3 and $5 a night. The lower end establishments, you could have a girl for between $1 to $3 a night. Now, this area here, down towards Molly's there, down to Balin Street, which is the next block, back up here to Government, and around this square area were the more upscale brothels. Where the tall building is behind the law office, that was another upscale brothel. She was a friend of Molly's. Her name was Kate Ford. Kate Ford managed Molly's overflow into her establishment. Kate Ford had a girl that worked for her by the name of Violet Arnold, and when Molly died in the 1930s, Violet took over and ran Molly's for quite a number of years. But the district officially closed in the 1940s at the request of the Navy because there had just been too much going on down here, too many outbreaks of diseases, even though they were testing the girls. The other issue in this area was that I said the girls were confined to this area, but as early as the 1930s, these prostitute houses were having a harder and harder time paying the tax collector that would come knocking on the door every year because the amateurs were putting them out of business. Down this way, down towards the bay, you had some real seedy establishments and a lot of bars that fronted as bars but actually also were doing the prostitution business. The rule of thumb was the closer that you got to the bay, once you crossed Main Street down there, the worse the area, the worse the establishment. The real problems were down that way. Now, Pensacola had a lot of pirates that would also come in on these ships, but we were pretty savvy. We had 4 different batteries around town with cannons to protect our city so that pirates could come in and ram the city with cannons and overtake the city like they could elsewhere. So the pirates were pretty savvy. What they would do was they would come into town, they would dress themselves up to look respectable, change clothes, and infiltrate the establishments in town, including upper scale bordellos or brothels, so that they could find out where the people lived that had money and who they were, so they could go and rob, and sometimes they killed and did any number of things to the wealthy people in town. But it was more individualized. They didn't do a massive pirate frontal assault on the city like they did in some other port cities. Now, some people think that maybe it was kind of glamorous being a prostitute if you were chosen to work at Molly's. Well, much like it was today, it was not glamorous. These girls were oftentimes abused by the men that came to call. Many of them were addicted to drugs, similar to the way it is today. A lot of them had been sold into the business, or they were doing it because of divorce or poverty. A lot of them had children, maybe they were widows, and they were trying to earn some money. You can imagine how little money the girls